Episode 7 completely changed how I see this drama. I thought this story was about an elite North Korean spy trying to protect his daughter. But after watching this episode, I don't think that's true anymore. I actually think Agent 73 died 20 years ago. The man we've been watching ever since isn't fighting for North Korea or South Korea. He's been fighting for one promise he made the day his daughter was born. And once you notice how this episode is built around that promise, every single scene suddenly means something different. Welcome back to TeaHouse Dives. This episode doesn't just continue the story, it completely redefines everything that came before it. The action is fantastic, the comedy is hilarious. The emotional ending might be the strongest we've seen so far. But underneath all of that, this episode is asking one question: can a man ever truly leave his past behind? Because for 20 years, Kim has tried to stop being Agent 73. The problem is, the world refuses to let him. The tofu isn't about food. The very first flashback explains Kim better than almost any dialogue we've had: his discharge. His friend brings him tofu. At first, it looks like a funny cultural moment, but tofu has a meaning. In Korea, it's traditionally eaten after someone leaves prison as a symbol of beginning a clean life, almost like washing away your past. Kim isn't just eating tofu, he's bearing Agent 73. He's making a silent promise: I'm done. Notice something fascinating. The general and director, everyone is debating whether Kim is too dangerous to live freely. Meanwhile, Kim isn't thinking about intelligence agencies. He's thinking about a newborn baby waiting at the hospital. They're talking about national security. He's already thinking about diapers. The two conversations couldn't be further apart. Dad is here, let's go home. This might be my favorite piece of writing in the episode. The exact same words. Dad is here, let's go home. We hear them when Minchi is born. We hear them again after Kim rescues her. 20 years apart. Same sentence. That's not nostalgia, that's storytelling. The drama is telling us something. Kim never actually had two identities. There wasn't Agent Kim and Father Kim. There was only one mission: protect Minji. Everything else became secondary. That completely changes how I see episode 6 as well. When he fought an army by himself, he wasn't becoming Agent 73 again. He was simply continuing the promise he made in that hospital. Why Kim's team works. Episode 7 also reminds us why these three men are so entertaining together. Kim disappears, Han-soo protects, Jin-cheol creates chaos. Each represents a different survival style. Han-soo, he's so disciplined. Jin-cheol is unpredictable. Kim is precision. Separately, they're dangerous. Together, they're almost impossible to stop. One of my favorite details is when Han-soo, he's covering Minji's eyes during explosions, covering her ears from gunfire, protecting her from smoke. He never forgets there's a child with them. Even though they're legendary operatives, they haven't lost their humanity. That's why Minji naturally calls them uncles. They're already family. Jin-cheol versus Director Nam. I actually love that Kim doesn't fight Director Nam. At first, I expected the strongest fighter to face Kim. Instead, Jin-cheol gets the fight. Why? Because this isn't just about strength. Director Nam believes intimidation makes someone powerful. Jin-cheol already knows better. He jokes, "You have speed, but no power." That isn't just trash talk, it's a statement about experience. Director Nam has muscles. Jin-cheol has decades of surviving impossible situations. He's smiling, telling jokes, thinking about a water purifier appointment when dismantling the chairman's most trusted fighter. That's confidence, not arrogance. The chairman understands money, but not love. This may be the most important conversation in the episode. The chairman believes parenting means providing money, status, influence, power. That's why he offers Kim a job. In his mind, everything has a price: Kim's loyalty, justice, even fatherhood. But Kim proves something the chairman never understood. Children don't remember who had the biggest house. They remember who showed up. That's why Kim wins. Not because he's stronger, because he understands what being a father actually means. The birthday dinner. Forget all the fight scenes. This is the emotional climax. They're eating slowly, not because they're hungry, but because they're trying to stop time. Kim knows he'll be arrested. Min-chi knows he'll leave. Neither wants dinner to end. It becomes an act of resistance. One more bite, one more conversation, one more minute together. Sometimes dramas use action to create emotion. This episode is doing the opposite. It uses silence, and it works beautifully. The return to the north. The ending is terrifying. Not because Kim returns to North Korea, because this time he has something waiting for him. 20 years ago, he only had survival. Today, he has Min-chi. That changes everything. The North believes they're torturing Agent 73 again, but they're wrong. The man sitting in that chair isn't fighting for ideology anymore. He's fighting to go home. That makes him infinitely more dangerous because hope is stronger than fear. If episode 6 was the return of Agent 73, episode 7 is the birth of a father, the tofu, the repeated phrase, the birthday dinner, even the final torture chamber. Everything points to one truth. Kim, he stopped living for government a long time ago. He lives for one little girl waiting for him to come home. And that's exactly why neither North Korea nor South Korea will ever truly control him again. If you enjoyed this deep dive, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What scene hit you the hardest? Was it the birthday dinner or the moment we finally learned where Dad is here, let's go home came from? Let me know in the comments. And if you're enjoying this weekly TeaHouse Dives, don't forget to subscribe because we'll be diving into episode 8 next.